Hey guys, Toast here. When Evolve approached release in early 2015, I was actually pretty excited about the concept. I wasn't normally a fan of asymmetric games in which one team had a completely separate option of characters, abilities, and playstyles. However, Evolve seemed like it was going to be something unique and therefore worth a try. When the beta was released, I was excited to try it out, and much to my disappointment, out of the 3 hours I tried to play the beta on PlayStation 4, I got in maybe a total of 15 minutes of gameplay, as the beta was encountering extreme connection issues, and even getting into a lobby to try and get into a game could take up to 30 or 40 minutes. Suffice to say, I was a bit disheartened. The little bit I did play was fun, but in all honesty, didn't feel like it was going to be a full game. The price tag for the game seemed way too high for what the game was offering, and the DLC scheme ended up being a major disappointment and a slap in the face to those who were interested in the game. After the lack of success with the game, Turtle Rock Studios went back to the drawing board, and out of that was born Evolve Stage 2, which is currently in open beta. So how does the game stack up, and is it worth your time? Well, let's first discuss some of the differences between Evolve and Evolve Stage 2 beta, because there's a lot of them. To begin, the active hunt for the monster has had some significant changes, particularly when it comes to tracking and trapping. While the trapper is still the one to lead the hunt, any character is now able to deploy the dome if they're within range of the monster, allowing for more chances to get him in a battle. The trapper also now has access to the sky scanner, which once every 30 seconds points out the direction of the monster to all teammates and boosts the trapper's speed, allowing him to close the gap more quickly. A lot of the complexity of the hunt was reduced in order to make it more accessible and to speed up the gameplay. To go along with that, the game length was reduced from 20 minutes down to 12, presumably in order to better hold players' attention in each match. Previously, if you saw the monster and either A, were alone, or B, your dome wasn't ready, you really didn't want to engage unless you really had him cornered and could stop him from escaping. The monster would get a temporary speed boost, allowing him the opportunity to even further his distance from the hunters, and wouldn't really provide any immediate benefit to the hunters. Now, however, that's no longer the case, so if you see the monster and have a weapon capable of hitting him, go for it. Every little bit counts now, and it ends up being about how quickly the hunters can damage the monster instead of how methodically they can do so. They also receive the added benefit that for every 4% of the monster's health that the hunters take down while the dome is on cooldown, the dome's recharge rate decreases by 60 seconds, which, given it has a 5-minute cooldown, is pretty huge. To balance these changes out, they gave the monster more health and armor overall, as well as a bigger stamina pool to help them keep their distance from the hunters. While this sounds like it wouldn't have too big of an impact, it ends up being quite challenging to take down the monster if he's able to get to stage 2, let alone stage 3, so new players will certainly have a challenge there. Overall, it feels like they sacrificed a lot of the complexity of the game to make it more accessible and fast-paced. And honestly, for this game, I feel like it works. It keeps you engaged in each match and always moving forward due to the new mechanics. The fights are still very visceral and fun, and I found myself actually wanting to stick around for the next match each time. The best part about all this? Well, the game is free, so realistically there isn't much you have to lose by downloading it and giving it a shot, except perhaps for a little bit of your time. Now bear in mind that the game does not have all the complexity that it once had, so mastery of a particular character doesn't quite hold the same weight as it once did, but this also allows for new players to not have to worry quite as much about being a burden to their team if they don't fully understand the exact strategies to be used for a certain character. Overall, the game is really fun, and while I don't foresee it being something that would hold my attention for months or even years, for an hour here or there to jump in and play with friends is definitely enjoyable, and ultimately that's what video games are about, having fun. Now with all that said, I would definitely recommend that you download the game and give it a try for yourself. I think you'll find that if you didn't play the original Evolve, or even if you did and didn't particularly like it, you'll get at least a couple hours of enjoyment out of it, and with a price tag of free, well, that's pretty cheap and easy enjoyment. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have you tried out Evolve Stage 2 yet? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.